Hello, Awunjia.
Hello, Shantia.
Welcome to Shantia's Haven.
Thank you so much.
We're so delighted to have you here with us.
It's my pleasure as well.
Hello, viewers. You're once more welcome to your favorite show, Shantia's Haven. On Shantia's Haven, we talk about the family. The family is the bedrock of the society. These children we have today are the future leaders. Today on Shantia's Haven, we're going to be talking about some interesting and funny topic, kind of. I know that when our parents give birth to us, they go through a lot taking care of us. And when they have taken care of us, it's their pride to see us grow, get married, and have our own children.
Yeah.
But now there is this little thing. I noticed it some days back, and I said, I would like us to discuss it here on this platform.
Yeah.
We have these children who grew up and they went abroad, out of their country, whatever country they find themselves in. They went to another country and they work there. And they got married there. Now they have children. And with these children, in some of those countries, it's not easy having a nanny or having someone to stay in and help them at home. So they want to call their parents,
especially their mothers,
to come babysit their children. I don't know what you think of this, or have you noticed this? Do you know anything about this notion that is going on now?
Yes, Shansia, it's something that I think is very common nowadays.
Okay.
You have a child who has gone abroad, your mother and father brought you up, you've had your own kids, then you're abroad and you start having kids, then you want to invite your mother over. They always forget that the mother was married to a man, their father, who needs the mother more at that time because they are both aging out and the children are big. They no longer have their kids at home. So it's necessary for them. That's their period of bonding and helping each other. But you see a child takes the mom abroad. You have the first child. 2 years after, when the child can just barely get to nursery, you're having the second child.
Yeah.
2 years after, you're having the third child. So your father is like 60, 65. That's why he needs a lot of care. He needs special diet. But that's the period that your mother has to spend like 80 years of her life taking care of your own children.
I think not even the father. I think not even the father alone needing that care.
The mother.
Yes, the mother is old.
Yes, that's the period that during her childbearing age, she was stronger. She could take care of her own children. But now she too is old. She needs that time to relax.
Yes.
Take care of her own self. Take care of the father. Bond with the father. For them to live that happy old age. The reason why they got married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've
now,
noticed that.
And now the mother has to go over and stay with these children.
Yes.
But then life out there, I hear it is tough. I hear they don't have these nannies or they don't. What do you think they can do?
One thing that children can do is, in a situation like that, they have to talk with their parents, with both parents.
Okay.
That it's difficult to have a nanny there and I want to have kids. So I'll need mama to help me with the kids. Obviously, you have your own husband who is there. So you talk with your parents and you can decide with your parents' permission, or your parents can decide to say, okay, in 1 year, your mom can put in 5 months to assist you take care of the child. And within that period of 5 months, the children should be reasonable enough to know that if the mother has to stay there continuously for 5 months, then they have to work extra hard to make the father able to come over so that he has that time still with the mom,
with his wife,
with his wife at home. Or they space out their children in a way that the first one can, if they have the first one and their mom has to come help them and the child gets to the age of going to school, they space it out in a way that daycare or whatsoever, they space it out in a way that the second child comes a couple of years after, so that mama too can go back to the house, to come back home, take care of herself, take care of her own things, take care of her own kids. Because it's not even only about the mother and the father, they care about them. even about their own bond that they had built. They had their meetings, they had their church
Yes, that's
activities.
true.
They are cut off from all those things.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are the things that keep them happy. Not staying abroad where they don't have anyone to. When they go for those meetings, that's what gives them that joy. On Sunday they go to church. Some of them go out there and they stay for months without fellowshipping with other Christians because of the nature of things over there. They cannot, they need help to go, but if they want to go somewhere because it's not their own terrain. But again, the children too are so busy in making money.
Yeah.
So I think we children should always do a blend between having our kids, reducing what we make at that time, and trying to get more time to spend with our kids so that it reduces that dependence on our parents.
Thank you so much, Awunja. That's a well of wisdom there, dear children, in quotes, parents who are out of their country and call for their parents, or even if you're in the same country but in a different town, and you call for your parents over to stay. I think most of the time it's the mothers they call for.
Most of the time.
Because they think mama is going to come and will help more.
Mama can cook.
Yes.
Mama can change diapers for the kids. Mama can do a lot more things than papa can do. So it's always mama they call for. And because they always have that notion too at times that mama took care of them. When children are growing up, mama spends more time with them. Papa is out there looking for money or looking for the greater chunk of money to take care of them. But we see the little things that mama does. You're hungry, you run to mama. You go to school, your dad pays hundreds of thousands for fees, and he's not able to meet up again. But mama now has her little money that she had kept, and you're making a list and you're demanding so much. But papa can only give you that little because there are lots of you. Most of us grew up in homes that you're not a lone child.
Yes.
You have other siblings and maybe even other relatives that your parents take care of them. Because papa does not have the amount of money to give you, and mama can make up to buy you chocolate, which papa said you use only butter. Tomorrow you start thinking, no, mama did a lot for me. I think the first thing we should know is that our parents both sacrificed for us, and we should try to give them that time too after we've grown big, for them to have their own time which they can heal, they can take care of themselves, they can live a normal life. We know it's not easy taking care of kids, but then it's a give and take.
Yeah, like you said, you can space out your children so that you don't do back to back, and now you're caught up with work, many children to take care of, and nobody to help you at home.
Or you can even decide with your husband to say, okay, we give ourselves 8 years to have 3 kids.
Yes.
During this period, we know you are going to be doing a lot of the work because you're the man. I am the woman. I am the one who is going to doing the childbearing. And during that period, you reduce what you're doing. You can reduce your number of hours.
That you
do just the bare minimum. And the man too comes in. I think the men now who are parents should learn to come into to complement their wives. Because it's not like in Africa that you can easily get a child or help somewhere to assist in the house. So they too have to understand that they have to come in to assist their wives, even when she has that spacing of kids. He too knows that, okay, today my wife works at night or works in the morning. I can drop the kids off to school. I can pick them off. I can do some basic things which it's nobody's chore. I grew up in a house that we believe that there's no work which is a man's job. Changing diapers can be done by anybody. And there's no job which is a woman's job. So if we grow with that mindset and we know that they are our children, our parents have put in their own efforts to make us what we are. So we owe our children to that duty. Then we're going to learn to know that we should condition our lives in a way that we don't take a lot of our own time, and we don't take a lot of our own time for work and bringing our parents at their own detriment.
That's true. That's true. So please, and when these our parents come and stay with us, taking care of our children, I want us to be sensitive. Sometimes the first month, they are enthusiastic. Yes. They are working hard. They're doing all. But from the second, third, or maybe even the fourth month, you see now that they are getting tired.
Is dropping.
If we can be sensitive, and when they are getting that tired, we step in.
Yes.
Don't just let it be, and then it's like at some point, some of these mothers will wonder, I have taken care of you.
Yeah.
So why don't you let me be now? But they don't know how to tell you to your face. Mm-hmm. They are just tired, and maybe they're grumbling within, or they are just stressed up, and it's like a cycle of suffering to them.
Yeah, it never ends.
Yes, and while these mothers now is like a cycle of suffering, their husbands who are back home, their fathers, their husbands, like your father, too, is stressed out because there's his wife that he needs by him, the company they need at that old age. There's no company. There. And now it's like, this child we had, these children we had, is it now some burden to us? Because we went through this raising them.
And we are still doing this for their own children.
At this age, yes. Yeah. So we should be sensitive. I know it's a difficult or it's a tricky topic, but if you get sensitive and you want to be intentional and put your mind on it, I think you can do it.
Yes, we can do it.
You can do it. I have this story because some people would say, it's not easy, it's not doable.
Yeah.
Maybe you say it's not doable because your parents are still alive. I have this girl, she's abroad.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any parents alive.
Yeah.
She has 3 kids.
Yeah.
Abroad. She's never had any nanny.
Yeah.
She's never had any mother take care of her children. My sister
is an example.
You see? Mm-hmm. So this girl has taken care of her 3 children.
Yeah.
She's put in a lot. It's sometimes it's tiring.
Very.
But she and her husband have put in their best to make sure they know that we don't have help anywhere. That means it's doable.
It's doable.
So can we try to do it?
We can try. Because I think that's the situation my sister was in.
Okay.
She's had 3 kids. She knows she doesn't have a mom. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have a dad. Mm-hmm. Her husband as well. But they've managed with those children. And they are well brought up. Mm. They've known the way that they go about work.
Yes.
She has never had anyone leave Cameroon to go help her with the kids. And she's had all the 3 children through CS. But she has sailed through. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's just a mindset.
Yes.
When you have that mindset that it can be done, then it can be done. Mm-hmm. But when you think that, because my mom is there, she can always step in, then that's when you lazy back and you cannot do it. Because she always, when I talk to her, I say, but how do you do it? She'll always be like, our mother did for us, and she had barely no one to take care of her, to assist her.
Yes.
So it means I can do it for my own children. Mm-hmm. I live in a society even that things are more advanced. Mm-hmm. I can cook and store in the fridge even for a month, the period I have some time. I can do things in advance. Our parents had none of those things, but they could cope. So it means that it's doable. Mm-hmm. It's just an issue of us changing the mindset.
Wow. Thank you so much, Aun, for
Welcome,
this.
Shansia.
Thank you. Thank you. Dear parents and dear guardians, especially those who live out of home, please be considerate. Think about your parents. This is their old age and they want to enjoy it together. Don't always take one partner away from the other. Do your best to keep them together. I don't know, Aun, any last word for our audience today?
What I want to say, is just that we should always remember that the things that make our parents happy are the things that will keep them longer. Sometimes it's not about them staying in your house and looking after your children. She has changed diapers when you were young. She doesn't want to do that. She's enthusiastic the first month. Hey, my daughter has put to bed. I want to go take care of her. But thereafter, she wants to come back and attend her meetings. Yes. She wants to come back and do her normal farming. Yes. She wants to come back and cook. She even wants to eat those traditional meals that she used to cook them in large quantities. Now she wants to do the small one and sit on her table. She wants to stay in her own house, do her own space, sleep on her own bed. Sometimes people need their space, even our parents. Yes. Like we need space, our parents too need space.
Thank you so much. This was a rich one. And I hope that we have learned something. Please, if you think this video was educative or informative to you, why not share with another family? It may help them, or they would use it to help another friend too tomorrow. Yeah. Remember that on Shansia's Haven, it's all about the family. Never forget to leave it better than you met it. See you some other time on Shansia's Haven. Bye-bye.
Bye.